Well, we just couldn't resist it. We had to go up to Tahquamenon Falls, which is one of our favorite places. I think it's starting to win me over from Mackinac Island. Tahquamenon Falls is starting to become my favorite place.
You know, with the pandemic and the lockdowns and all the uncertainty of our times, we weren't sure. Well, maybe this isn't the year that we should do it. And about half of all the people who were going to join us up here canceled, but the other half said, we're going. And so on the spur of the moment, we said, we're going too. So it's something about winter camping. It's every time we do it, we say it's our favorite time of the year to go camping, and it really is, I think.
It's so peaceful and beautiful. And when you get a light snow, like we've had the last couple of days, and you get up in the morning and everything's covered with snow, it is so beautiful.
So for all of you who don't think you want to try winter camping, we'll show you what we did. For all of you who are smugly secure and warm in Florida or Arizona or someplace that is a little more temperate in the weather, come along with us on our winter excursion. We don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do some hiking, but we'll bring you with us. So let's take them. Back in southeastern Michigan, we didn't have much snow on the ground, and we weren't sure what to expect in the Upper Peninsula because the heavy snows usually come in late January. This is really just the first week of January, but look at it. It's gorgeous.
So I guess we should explain why Bo's looking a little stressed there, Jennifer.
Well, first Bo had Mike's bed, and then he got kicked out of there, so he came here, but there's not quite enough room. Actually, we have an empty Bo bed in the front. He doesn't like the front because it's warmer up there. Also, this is more comfortable.
His bed is actually way up there, and it's empty. Now, I don't know why he decides that he's going to try and sleep on our bed. It's not working out real well for him, and he's a bit stressed. You can hear him panting. But there's no room here with mine. Oh, you might wonder why my feet are covered with a beach towel. Actually, this is a towel, too. Would you care to explain why you have a towel as well, my dear?
I forgot to bring our sleeping bags.
Now, you want to also tell them what the temperature is out there?
What is it out there now?
14 degrees.
Well, you're warm enough.
Thank you.
I'm extra warm because I got a dog.
We're sleeping in, I'm in a sweatshirt and sweatpants, and we have a panting dog who won't sleep in his bed.
We got winter coats, too, we could throw on top if we get cold.
Yeah, it just looks a bit garish, don't you think?
Poor Bo. Poor baby.
He's extremely stressed. So anyway, this is how we spend our night when we're winter camping, with the panting elk hound all night. All right, I'm going to turn off the light, and we're going to try and get some sleep. Good night, everybody. Want to say good night?
Good night.
Oh, you want to say good night? I don't think so.
I can't believe it. It is absolutely beautiful. Blue sky. Those of you who live in Southern California might not appreciate it, but in Michigan, when we get blue sky, we are so grateful.
And the weather is cold. It was 10 degrees when we woke up this morning. But yeah, the sun's shining, there's no wind. You're walking, and you stay pretty warm, right?
We do.
And you get to see all of this.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
You want to come for a hike with us? Should we take them?
Sure.
Come on with us, everybody. Here we go. We should tell them it's hard to get lost because they put paint on the trail so you can find them. If you have a flashlight, obviously you want to have a flashlight with you if you are coming back after dark, but that really kind of helps you. You know how it works. So you guys have hiked before. It's the same in the winter, right?
Right, and it's good. You're not going to get lost.
No. You might get cold. You got to keep moving.
One of the things that's fun to do when you hike in the wintertime is to find and kind of identify the animal tracks. And you can see where the animals have been so much better when you're in the snow. Check this out. This is a little creek that's still running. Can you see that right there? Those are deer tracks, and that's where a deer came down to get a sip out of this little creek that's running into the Tahquamenon River. Those are rabbit tracks.
Whoa!
This path is well, it should be a snowshoe path, but right now it's all packed down from hikers, and it's really not a great, you don't need snowshoes. The snow is not that deep. It's about 8 inches deep.
When you take a hike and you come across 2 living trees that cross like this on the path, I think it's awesome. It's one of those unexpected little delights.
And these are fox tracks. And that is a bow track. Yeah, that ice wasn't as strong as you thought there, was it, Elkhorn?
I am so glad that we are here, that we didn't cancel this trip, and that we came out to see this. Look at the beauty. Can you see the beauty of the frost and the water that's in the air that is frozen on the trees and painted everything white? This is awesomely beautiful. No matter when you come to the falls, every season, it takes your breath away. And this is the Upper Falls, which is much more dramatic and beautiful in its own way as the lower falls, beautiful in their way.
It's not the going down, it's the going back up. That's the hard part. We do a lot of exploring in the winter when we're camping, and right now we're at a place called Whitefish Point. There's a lighthouse here, and it's a famous place because right off Whitefish Point is where the Edmund Fitzgerald sunk, and a lot of Lake Superior boat wreck history in this area of Lake Superior. It's very popular in the summertime. In the winter, well, that's about the only time we visit it. We love it in the winter time.
We try to come in the winter.
Now, let's give you a quick look at it. Usually there's some ice formations this time of year in Lake Superior, close to the shore. The lake itself seldom freezes, and never all the way across. Sometimes it'll freeze a little bit out, but right now it's just looking mighty cold.
To give you an idea as to how strong the storms can be on Lake Superior, look at all this. Trees that have been deposited here by the storms over the decades. the RV lifestyle, it allows you to follow hobbies and interests that you have. Like if you're into visiting museums or collecting different things, or in Mike's case, amateur radio. Mike has loved amateur radio since he was, I think, 10 or 12 years old. He was a ham radio operator. He loves communicating, making contact with people all over the world, all over this country. And this allows him an opportunity to talk to people with different theme ideas. So he'll set up his wires, all of his antennas, his equipment, and talk to people all over the world. He has a telescoping mast that he can raise up his antenna and get it high so it better communicate. And he runs his entire amateur radio system on batteries.
So here's the station. It's just this little tiny radio. This is a 10 watts transmitter. That's not very much power. And then this is my antenna that you saw me put up. It runs just like our RV here, has lithium batteries. This runs on a little lithium battery pack. I have a couple of those. I keep them charged. These little batteries will last and power my radio for a couple hours, even in the cold and the snow. So let's see what we're going to do. I'm going to do something called Parks on the Air, and it's a ongoing contest where amateur radio operators go on the air from different parks that they visit, and other people all over the world follow those parks and try and collect as many contacts they can make with a ham radio operator in one of those parks. And it's just a fun way to enjoy the hobby, meet other people, and you know me, I kind of like technology and geeky stuff, and believe me, there's nothing more geeky than ham radio. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air, K8 Zulu Radio Hotel.
QSL November 8, Romeo Oscar Delta, Sierra 5555 here in Ohio, over.
Thank you much, Romeo Oscar Delta, November 8. Gotcha, in Ohio. And what is your name?
Name here is Rick, Romeo India Charlie Kilo, over.
Thanks so much. Name here is Mike, and we are at the Tahquamenon Falls State Park. QRZ from Kilo 8 Zulu Radio Hotel, Parks on the Air.
I'm getting you about a 5555 with your 10 watts. Doing a good job there.
Yeah, tell me again, where are you located?
I'm in Naperville, Illinois, which is about 30 to 35 kilometers southwest of Chicago.
All right, well, thanks. And what's the name there?
It's Jay, Juliet, Alpha, Yankee, Echo.
All right, Jay. Well, you are 5 and 9 up here, and I really appreciate that contact.
Your setup is sounding gangbusters here today.
I'm going to take a break here. In about 25 minutes of contacts, I worked 12 different states from Connecticut in the east all the way to western Iowa in the west. I worked 2 Canadian provinces, Ontario and Quebec, and all that on this little tiny radio and my little signal here. It's a great hobby, and it's a lot of fun. And this will allow me now to just be able to use this setup as we travel all over North America and operate from the different parks that we visit. That's one of my hobbies, and this is one of the fun things. Now, the beauty of all this is in the event of a disaster, you know, this is still probably the most reliable communications around, two-way radio. And it keeps your skills sharp so that you always have communications ability. But it's just a great hobby, and you meet a lot of fun people. And I'm going to go in, though. I should have set this all up inside because it's kind of snowing and it's cold up here.
That wind is blowing about 11 miles per hour off the lake here. Man, it's just wet and damp and chilly.
Every time I do a little snippet and show how I use ham radio in our RV, I get lots of email questions from people saying, wait a minute, we want to learn more about that. Show us all the different radios and the different frequencies and what licenses you need, and why would ham radio be a lot of fun for the RV lifestyle. So, okay, I've gotten your messages, and I promise you I will do a much longer video on ham radio and the RV lifestyle, but that'll be coming up in a couple of weeks.
And I know some of you are wondering if we stayed warm that night that I forgot our sleeping bags and we were covered up with beach towels. Well, we did. We were perfectly warm. In fact, so warm that got us thinking maybe we're going to change up our bedding for when we're camping, and we're going to be showing you that, what we've decided to go to in a future video.
So we got lots of videos coming up. All right, thank you guys so much for watching our little winter getaway up at Tahquamenon Falls and Whitefish Point. Hope it gets you excited to get out there in your RV. If you like this video, would you do us a big favor, give us a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe to the RV Lifestyle channel right here on YouTube. When you do that, click the little bell icon, and then you'll be notified when new videos are online. We're Mike and Jennifer. Thanks for watching.
Happy trails!